David Burkus, Friend of a Friend, Understanding the Hidden Networks That Can Transform Your Life and Your Career. In his book, A Friend of a Friend, David Burkus reveals the importance of building a strong network for professional success. The book explains how cultivating weak social ties instead of relying on close friendships can lead to better networking opportunities. By connecting with people outside your close friend circle, you increase the likelihood of finding new job opportunities and innovative business ideas. With a focus on connecting with unfamiliar groups, the book guides readers on how to develop essential networking skills that contribute to a more diverse and innovative network, which in turn helps achieve career success.
Power of weak social ties. Close friendships are essential in life, but when it comes to career success and innovation, forming connections with acquaintances or weak social ties can prove to be more advantageous. Research has shown that networking through weak social ties provides access to unique resources, such as job opportunities and fresh ideas, as these connections tend to belong to different social clusters and offer diversified perspectives. Embracing weak social ties can lead to a more innovative and successful professional life. Maintaining close friendships enriches our lives in countless ways. However, when it comes to pursuing career opportunities and fostering innovation, weak social ties can bring unexpected advantages. Establishing relationships with individuals who are not part of our immediate social circle, the people we interact with less closely, can enhance our networking capabilities. In general, when exploring new opportunities, we may instinctively lean towards our strongest social ties, while neglecting the potential of connections with those outside our immediate circle. Unfortunately, strong ties often belong to the same interconnected social cluster, limiting their potential to provide unique opportunities. In contrast, weak ties are connected to different social clusters, which allows them to introduce opportunities and insights not readily available within our direct circle. In 1970, Harvard University student Mark Granovetter illustrated this concept when he surveyed individuals making job transitions. He discovered that 83% of successful job seekers found their new positions through weak social ties. This study highlights the importance of maintaining relationships with our wider network. Moreover, weak social ties can also contribute to increased innovation. In 2002, Martin Ruff, a sociology professor at Duke University, explored the business models of 700 startups and found that those developed through interactions with weak ties were deemed highly innovative compared to their fields. These businesses had, for instance, filed more patents to protect their groundbreaking ideas. Ultimately, forging relationships with both close friends and acquaintances with varying degrees of connection is key to achieving professional success and innovation. While close friendships provide emotional support and stability, weak ties can offer invaluable resources and opportunities otherwise unattainable from within our inner circle. Embrace unfamiliarity for innovation. We all have the natural tendency to gravitate towards familiar people and to form exclusive groups. However, reaching out to completely unfamiliar groups offers exceptional benefits. It sparks innovation, boosts career growth, and enhances professional networks. The story of Sequoia, the early 19th century Cherokee silversmith, perfectly demonstrates the power of connecting with unfamiliar groups. His willingness to learn the English language and utilize that knowledge to develop a system of symbols for the Cherokee people is a testament to the fact that embracing the unfamiliar pays off in myriad ways. Remember those high school cliques and their designated cafeteria spots? We tend to feel comfortable around familiar faces and often prefer sticking to our exclusive groups, even as adults at social events. However, venturing out and connecting with people we don't know can actually work wonders for our personal and professional lives. Consider the fascinating story of Sequoia, a Cherokee silversmith from the early 1800s. While most of his native community kept to themselves, Sequoia embraced American settlers and learned English. By simply emulating their use of written language, he created a system of symbols representing Cherokee language syllables. His invention was hugely successful and is still used in present-day Cherokee territories. But the advantages of exploring unfamiliar connections don't end with innovation. Building relationships with different social clusters can pave the way for better career prospects, higher salaries, and more promotions. A 2004 study led by sociologist Ronald Burt supports this claim. He tasked 673 managers with improving an electronics company's supply chain management and found that those who consulted with individuals from different social circles generated superior ideas. Interestingly, these managers already held higher paying and esteemed positions within the company. The takeaway from these examples is clear: stepping out of our comfort zones and mingling with people from diverse backgrounds can open up a world of opportunities. By embracing unfamiliarity, you are setting yourself up for innovation, enhanced career growth, and a richer, more connected life. Teamwork empowers scientific innovation. The image of a lone genius scientist making breakthroughs is antiquated. In reality, the power of teamwork is shaping innovation in science. Over the past 50 years, collaboration has increasingly become a critical factor in scientific advancement. Studies show that the average size of a scientific team has grown from 1.9 to 3.5, and teams now develop and execute over half of the published scientific work. Furthermore, team-produced papers are referenced more often than individual papers, implying a higher impact. Interestingly, teams made up of researchers collaborating for the first time achieve greater success and recognition by having their work published in high-profile periodicals. While the exact reasons are unclear, it is likely that fresh ideas and energy from new team members invigorate the collaboration, leading to more innovative results. The snowball effect of networking. Jesus' statement in the Gospel according to Matthew, that those who have more will acquire even more, holds true for networking. This Matthew effect suggests that the more connections one has, the more connections they will continue to attract. This is because individuals tend to seek out well-connected individuals when trying to expand their own networks. As your contacts accumulate, networking becomes easier. Moreover, popularity spreads quickly through social groups, as demonstrated by sociologists Matthew Salganik and Peter Dodds in their 2006 experiment in which people were influenced by others' choices regarding music downloads. When visitors could see how many times songs were downloaded, certain tracks became hits, while the same song remained unnoticed when such information was unavailable. The same principle applies to networking. If you're well connected, others will naturally be drawn to you. Becoming a super connector. Envision a friend standing 100 feet tall, dwarfing everyone and dramatically skewing the average height of your group of friends upward. This same concept applies when comparing network sizes. Most people believe they have more friends and contacts than average. However, this is not the case due to superconnectors. These individuals have amassed colossal amounts of contacts and drastically affect the average, particularly on social media. For example, a 2016 study found that most Twitter users fell well short of the average number of followers. Interestingly, becoming a super connector is not impossible. Take Tim Ferriss, for example, who launched his best-selling book, The 4-Hour Workweek, by effectively analyzing and targeting his key demographic. By connecting with online bloggers and journalists, Ferriss positioned himself as a super connector, and the once unknown author profited from it immensely. Breaking the homogeneity cycle. It's often said that birds of a feather flock together. We naturally gravitate towards those who share our characteristics and values, creating clusters of like-minded individuals. While this may provide comfort and familiarity, it can also stifle diversity and limit exposure to new ideas. To reap the benefits of networking and broaden our perspectives, we must make a conscious effort to step outside our comfort zone and connect with people from diverse backgrounds. Our inclination to surround ourselves with similar people is backed by scientific research. In 2009, sociologists Duncan Watt and Georgi Kosinets analyzed the email flow between students at a large American university. They documented students' attributes such as age, gender, and course choices, and found that those sharing similar characteristics tended to contact each other more often. This was mainly because they frequented the same campus locations, belonged to the same department, or pursued the same courses. As individuals with shared traits began to cluster, the likelihood of encountering more like-minded people continued to grow. However, this preference for similarity comes at a cost, impeding the development of diverse environments. This phenomenon played out in 2015 when entrepreneurs and journalists Alex Blumberg and Matt Lieber founded Gimlet Media, a podcast development and sales company. They soon noticed that their staff was overwhelmingly white, liberal, and cosmopolitan. The reason? The company's recruitment primarily involved New York-based journalists, a group that had been attracting similar talent for years. Acknowledging the significance of diversity, Bloomberg and Lieber realized they needed to make a concerted effort to recruit individuals from various backgrounds. Their story serves as a crucial reminder: effective networking involves connecting with people outside our usual circles. To prevent our networks from becoming monochromatic copies of ourselves, we must actively seek out relationships with those who differ from us, both enriching our lives and expanding our horizons. Rethinking social mixers. Social mixers might not be the most effective way to network, as people often end up conversing with those they already know or individuals similar to themselves. Instead, bonding through shared activities that eliminate social hierarchies, like John Levy's innovative dinner parties, proves to be more fruitful in creating meaningful connections and expanding networks. Did you know that attending typical social mixers might not be the best way to grow your network? Clever research from Columbia University shows that most people at these events spend at least 50% of their time chatting with old acquaintances, despite being highly motivated to meet new individuals. Moreover, when trying to approach someone new, we tend to gravitate towards those with similar backgrounds and interests, who may already be a part of our existing network. So, what can we do differently? The key lies in shared activities, which foster stronger bonding and meaningful connections. Behavioral scientist John Levy offers a fantastic example through his extraordinary dinner parties for influential professionals. At Levy's gatherings, guests are assigned to teams and cook their evening meal together. The catch? They must not reveal their identities or occupations, removing social hierarchies from the equation. As dinner is served, attendees play guessing games to uncover one another's identities, which not only leads to refreshing conversations but also levels the playing field for genuine connections. The outcome of these novel experiences extends beyond the dinner table, as guests often go on to collaborate on startups or TV series. In conclusion, the traditional route of attending social mixers may not be the most impactful method for expanding your network. Instead, consider shaking things up by participating in shared activities where you can truly engage with others, helping to create more fruitful connections and collaborations in the long run. Friendship fuels business success. Bill Gates and Warren Buffett's friendship, which began in 1991 over a game of bridge, exemplifies how personal connections can enhance business relationships. Studies conducted by sociologists Simone Ferriani and Fabio Fonti indicate that friendships often overlap with business connections, and friendships built before business partnerships were twice as likely to succeed. Furthermore, research by management researcher Jessica Method found that work friendships lead to better performance, as evaluated by superiors. Despite the potential for emotional fatigue, the benefits of having friends at work, such as increased motivation and improved performance, far outweigh the drawbacks. Embrace networking to expand your creative and innovative reach, and before you know it, you'll become a super connector with a flourishing career.
David Burkus, friend of a friend, provides valuable insights and strategies for expanding your professional network. By creating connections with weak social ties, you can enhance your job search results, promote innovation, and benefit your career. The book emphasizes the need to step outside your comfort zone to build connections with diverse groups to foster innovation, which leads to higher salaries and promotions. Networking gets easier over time, thanks to the Matthew effect, with popularity spreading quickly through social groups. By avoiding social mixers and focusing on shared activities to bond with new connections, you are more likely to develop successful business relationships. Overall, this book offers a fresh perspective on improving the quality of your professional network for greater career success.